Thank you, AJ. And we are back, and the Bills are bad again. They get smoked by Philly. Is it more a matter of the Bills are bad again or the Eagles are back? Give it to me straight, boys.
Um, I think the neither. I think this is just a NFL matchup in week 8 of this season. You think you know a couple of teams, you don't. Anything can happen on a Sunday. Philadelphia still has talent. They're just kind of, depleted right now depth wise. But I mean, they still got some guys out there. Was due for a little bit of regression. Their offense is unimpressive. Their defense has been played out of their mind. Didn't play great this week, but I think they'll overall be all right. They might. I mean, if they string a few together, the confidence level might start to disappear. So I would just be aware of that. But I mean, Philly's still battling in a wide open division, so they got some time.
I'm gonna counter John. I'm gonna say both. I think Philly's good. I think Buffalo kind of stinks. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go out there and say it. I'm pulling up their schedule right now. They haven't played anybody outside of the Patriots. Once I officially have this in front of me, I'll read out who they play.
They played them tight though. They played them tight though.
But I'm saying I don't know if the Pats are that good yet. They have literally
The
played...
Patriots have the best defense in NFL history.
Yes, but they have played literal high school quarterbacks.
Is that a shot at Josh Rosen?
Yes. Yes, it is. We'll get to the Pats in a little bit. They're good. Their defense is amazing. But I don't think the Bills have played anyone. Josh Allen looks lost until the fourth quarter most games. He can run the ball a little bit. I'll give him that. The defense was getting gashed on the ground by Philly. That can't happen. And then on the flip side, I just Philly, they're half a game outside of first place in the NFC East. They got smoked by the Cowboys in Dallas. They're gonna have a revenge game in Philly later in the year. They could easily win the division. I still think Philly's got a good shot. Buffalo, this is the part of the season where it's going to get a little bit sad for Bills fans, I think. It's going to start going...
Yeah,
down.
I could see some tears being shed very soon.
I have a question.
What's up?
I have a question. I think, 3 teams right now are very, 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 very good, aside from New England. There are 3 teams that I would say are elite. I would say 4 total, including the Patriots. I don't want to talk about them, though. I'm sick of them.
Who are the other 3?
Who out of these 3 do you think comes out of this conference? The Saints, the Packers, or the 49ers? They're all elite. They're all complete teams.
As someone that holds a futures ticket for the Packers to win the Super Bowl, I think it's Green Bay. I love what Aaron Rodgers is doing. I think that defense is amazing, and more importantly, I think that Preston and Zadarius Smith, I think that they're good enough at getting to the quarterback that could be a team that actually gives New England major issues on offense, and I think Aaron Rodgers is good enough to get some points against the New England defense. So I'm going Green Bay.
If I had to choose from these 3 right now, and neither of these 3 teams are my pick, but if I had to choose one, it would be the 49ers. Their defense, elite, and I think they can beat anyone outside of 2 teams, and that is the Patriots. And, well, in the playoffs, I don't think they can beat the Rams. I still have the Rams as my Super Bowl participant from the NFC.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Have you watched the NFL recently?
I'm glad you guys picked who you did, because I think the Saints are the best of the 3, honestly. So we're all on a different side here. I think someone needs to make it. Connor, put this in your phone. You have the Packers. Chad has the Niners. I have the Saints. The Saints are honestly an absolute wagon. They've got Breeze back now. I didn't even realize he was coming back this week. Just shredded Arizona. Michael Thomas is the best receiver in the NFL. I said this towards the end of the season last year when we first launched the podcast. I still believe it. Michael Thomas is a beast. Latavius Murray is honestly shown no drop off of Alvin Kamara. He's been fantastic. Defensively, they're stout. Cameron Jordan's one of the best rushers in the league. Gets it done against the run, too. They've got a good secondary. They're just a well-oiled machine. Sean Payton's still probably the most creative coach, at least offensively, in the NFL. They're fantastic. They're frightening. Although the Packers and the Niners defensive line, I think I had said the Panthers was the best. The Niners D-line is scary. And I also think the defensive coordinator is going to be a head coach very soon. Like the Cleveland Browns should be trying to contact this man as soon as possible. Freddie Kitchens stinks.
Nick Bosa had one of the most impressive NFL games I've ever watched this past Sunday. Yeah. 3 sacks, an interception that almost went to the house. He's almost unblockable with one guy already.
He's incredible.
You got to double him almost every play.
He's incredible. Robert Saleh is their defensive coordinator. He's I would say he's the best head coach prospect. The guy's a ball of energy. He's excited.
He's the guy who said that he blacks out during the game, right? When he gets excited, he just blacks out.
Dude.
I'm pretty sure he said
he
that.
Just screams. Like literally, his coaching style is like me after a few beers. So I would want him as head coach, absolutely.
He fires me up, so I feel that Kyle Shanahan's been killing it with them. Tevin Coleman went for 4 touchdowns last game.
They're very legit, dude. Deebo Samuel, former Gamecock, with a touchdown. He actually kind of shredded us a little bit, but no, their run game is legit. Good offensive line, elite defense. Jimmy G is doing what he needs to. Not blowing me away, but I mean, he's doing what he needs to. Kittle is a tank. They're a good team.
They are.
Yeah.
So
speaking of Jimmy G, I saw multiple places on Twitter posting how the Pats QB room is like 20-2 as starters with Brissett, porn star Jimmy, and Brady. Get that stuff out of my face, dude. I don't care if they were on the same team at some point. Like, congratulations, Pats fans. What do you want, a cookie for having 3 good quarterbacks on your roster at once? I don't get
pretty
the
impressive,
whole.
Dude. Brissett's good. I like Brissett a lot.
He had one of the best plays of the weekend, honestly.
Yeah, he did.
In his own end zone when he spun out of it, found whoever it was down the field.
Dude. He's a good
player.
Savvy. Very savvy.
T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton's still a stud. So.
John, remember last week how we kind of made fun of the NFL slate?
Yeah.
I think we're going to be doing something similar this week. So the big 1:00 game is Minnesota at Kansas City. No line is out currently because waiting on the Mahomes news. What do you guys think of that game? I like Kansas City regardless, honestly.
I kind of do too. They actually were pretty impressive last
night. Matt Moore is
Mahomes.
a goddamn gunslinger.
Yeah.
God, I love Matt Moore.
And Minnesota's been playing so well, and I feel like it's just overdue for Kirk Cousins to have a mediocre effort. I just feel like it's coming. It's got to be.
On the road, definitely. This is the time.
Kirk Cousins has been absolutely balling out lately, and I literally don't understand it at all. But, like, I guess good for him. I also like the Chiefs regardless of who's starting at QB. Mike Zimmer's actually one of the best coaches against the spread at home, but on the road they're kind of stinky. They're not as good. I'm pulling up the exact number for you here. Some more sabermetrics. When they are on the road under Mike Zimmer. Give me one more second here. They're still pretty decent. They're still 25 and 18, but at home, they are just absolutely ballers. They're 30-13 against the spread. I think Arrowhead's a tough place to go and play. I expect Mahomes to play, honestly. So.
Yeah.
And I did see some books had a line of Chiefs -2.5, although I don't think a lot of books are offering it right now.
I see that on the Action app, so
yeah.
I honestly might look into that because I would hit that for sure, especially if Mahomes is playing. Catch it early, but they probably don't offer it.
Yeah.
Even though the Chiefs lost to the Pack on Sunday night, their defense has been playing better than they were at the beginning of the season. They can at least get a couple stops. You know?
No doubt.
There's one other interesting matchup at 1:00, I believe, here. Houston is on the road at Jacksonville. Houston
you
5-3, Jacksonville 4-4.
No, that's not the biggest game. It's Miami against.
I know, no. That was going to be the irrelevant one for me. It's honestly so irrelevant, though, that I don't know if I could even pick it for being the most irrelevant game of the week because it's excitingly bad. But I think this is a trap game for Houston. Houston coming off a near loss to Oakland. I slammed Houston. That was unfortunate. But Jacksonville, I still don't know if they're a good team or not. I have no idea. This is a
9:30 London game. Yeah, 9:30 London game.
Yep, this is going to be a nice little hungover wake up for me.
Am I crazy?
This is a bet drunk on Saturday night type of game.
Yeah.
You won't be
wake up and take a look at what you took the night before and then root for it. This is a game, though, like for that reason in London, Jacksonville's basically a home team over there. They're always in London. I think they win this game.
I like Jacksonville plus 2.5.
Yeah, so J.J. Watt out for the season, as many people saw, so that's definitely going to play a factor. Jacksonville sneaky 4-4. People aren't talking about them really.
I'm telling you,
they're sneaky 4-4.
I'm already picturing all the mustache from the English and Europeans over there. They're gonna love it. The Minshew mania is gonna be real. It might be bigger over there than here. So Jacksonville wins this game.
I'm also gonna take Jacksonville with the points. I won't be watching that game. I don't think. I probably won't be awake, but
I'll be up.
Go Jacksonville. I'll probably catch like the second quarter on. To be honest.
Are you gonna go Jags money line?
Oh, yeah. Unless it hits 3.
Yeah. I feel like, well, at least my strategy personally is if a line in the NFL or college is below 3 points.
Yeah, I always go money line.
I usually go money line. It just doesn't make sense statistically to take the 1 or the 2.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
That's what that is. I wanted to talk about one game myself. I was asked that the Packers are only 3-point favorites against the Chargers.
That is not this week.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
that is this week. Folks, we were scrolling too fast. We were scrolling way too fast there. Got cocky.
The Chargers are stinky, man. They are a bad football team.
That's like a line that I'm going to overthink the hell out of it, and I really just need to be taking Green Bay because there's just no way they lose this game. It's going to be you've seen like the great fan bases. The Steelers fan base was like 85 to 90 probably percent Steelers fans in that stadium. It might be a sellout for Packers fans in that stadium. Best traveling fan base in the country. They are going to have their way with San Diego.
I agree, I think. I don't know. Every time I bet against the Packers, it hasn't worked.
You know what? Speaking of the devil, Powers has entered the betting portal. He plugs in his username and password to lock in Packers -3 here. That's my lock of the week. Speaking of the devil.
Wow.
I'll get that started.
I might be with you here. And Clemens is logging in himself. He says, I will have some meatloaf.
You guys aren't going to bet on the Monday night game tonight?
Oh, God, no.
Absolutely not. No. Absolutely will not be touching that
game. If I'm being real, there's like no shot I legitimately watch a play of that game tonight.
I'm honestly thinking Dolphins money line, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. I got the Packers.
Might as well just go wipe your ass with that $20 bill you're going to bet on it.
You don't think the Dolphins have a shot against Pittsburgh?
No.
They might try to lose the game, dude. Now, this is decision time. For all of our more amateur rookie bettors out there, Powers' book has the line sitting at -3.5 Green Bay. To buy the hook to 3, it juiced up to -135. What does he do?
Hey, I got -3 for -125, and I'm locking that in immediately.
Is the 135 worth the price? Worth the half a point?
I don't think so.
Powers doesn't think so. And he locks in Packers -3.5, bet of the week. We probably should also talk about the Patriots going to Baltimore. This is realistically a game a lot of people see the Pats losing. I think it's their first test of the year.
How much you put on that, Connor? Oh, wait,
Uh,
we don't speak
Yeah,
dollars.
we'll address that off the air. We don't need that out there for people to know.
I have Packers -3.5. It says in parentheses -105. What does that mean?
That means
That's
if
pretty
you
nice.
were to bet $105, you would win 100.
What is your hook buy it to? 125? 135? What do you got?
Mine
Uh,
bought it to
You're
135.
135. What's Chad's?
We're on the
135.
same book, so it's gonna be the
I,
same.
I'm I'm really pleased that I got it at 125.
I'm gonna be patient.
Yeah, that's a
I,
cute little pick right there, John.
Yes, sir.
Regardless, I do want to speak about the Pats Ravens game. I think the Ravens win. I truly do. I think the Ravens are 3.5 point underdogs at home. If I'm looking at this correctly, it looks like the line was at 6.5 and dropped all the way to 3 already. Even though Baltimore's only receiving 32% of the bets. So this is a huge sharp action game. Keep an eye on it. I hate betting against Brady and the Pats, but I'm leaning towards taking the Ravens money line and spread here.
wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I kind of hate that.
I kind of don't. I kind of don't at all. The Ravens are a gritty. They match up well. This is the type of game they play well, and I don't hate it at all.
In Baltimore, I think Belichick always has a bit of a tougher time guarding mobile quarterbacks. I think Lamar could do something here. Now, if the Ravens can't establish a run game, they're going to get smoked again
Yes, they will.
because Lamar's not going to be able to sit back there and pick apart that Pats defense, the Pats defense has 19 INTs on the year, by the way, which is ridiculous, and 4 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah.
I gotta be patient with that one. I can't. I just can't. I told myself I was quitting NFL betting, but we will see.
Connor,
you guys-
I really don't hate it at all.
You guys are gonna hate my lock of the week. You're gonna absolutely hate it.
Let's
All
hear
right,
it.
well, I gave you guys my lock of the week, so let's hear him.
All right, my lock of the week is Arizona money line. Thursday night football against San Francisco. The Cardinals hand the 49ers their first loss of the season. Do you hate
That
it?
is a. You know what? I don't because I really like betting on the Cardinals, but there is just no shot they win this game. And I can
Kyler
see
Murray
it.
might
The
get
spread is
killed
at
out
9.5. The
Yes.
spread of 9.5. I mean, I would entertain it for maybe a little bit. We'll see what happens Thursday. I really just need to avoid these weekday NFL primetime games because they're a nightmare for me all the time. But I'm going to shift gears. There's no way that one hits, but I don't hate it. To answer your question,
Thank you.
should you want me to go my lock of the week or my irrelevant game of the week? What do you want first?
Whatever stings your bee more.
All right. So I was going to say the Dolphins and Jets, but I won't because that one's so bad it's almost good, just like the Redskins Dolphins. And I like taking the 4 o'clock games. So this week we have an absolute dumpster fire of the Cleveland Browns team heading out west to face the Denver Broncos where, I mean, I don't think the quarterback and coach like each other very much. Someone called out someone's play calling. So the Broncos and the Browns gonna, combine 4 wins and 11 losses in this matchup. 2 very bad teams. Kind of like Cleveland here, I think. I want to say they're terrible, but if they go 2-6, I think Kitchens is fired. If Cleveland loses this game, Kitchens might get canned after. So I gotta believe he's coaching for his job at this point. That's how bad he is. That's why I'm going with Cleveland.
I was looking at that game. Disgusting game in Denver. I can't believe that Cleveland are underdogs. At the same time, I could see Denver just winning a gross game. So we'll not be touching that game. But I do agree that it's an irrelevant game.
It's terrible. My lock of the week is going to be a little bit different than that. I like the Seattle Seahawks to pulverize Tampa Bay this week. They're currently -6.5. I love it. I think they win this game by like 25 points plus. Tampa Bay is horrendous.
Seattle did not cover against a Matt Shaw-led Falcons team this past weekend. Matt Schaub set a Falcons franchise record for completions with 39. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Got the cover.
Jameis Winston, he might as well be throwing with, like, the sunglasses on that you wear for a solar eclipse. Like, this man looks like he's not even seeing the field whatsoever. Just throwing it in every direction.
Really bad. Really, really bad.
Horrible. I don't think. I think Seattle, almost a little bit of a wake-up call game against Atlanta because it was a pretty poor effort, and they see these other teams now in the NFC just dominating. So I think that they're going to be motivated. They're going to be back at home, and they're going to absolutely rock the Bucs.
I mean, I don't hate it. I think the Bucs. I don't know if Jameis Winston starts more than 3 more games this season. He is like brutally hard to watch. He's that bad.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't even think they have a bad team, a bad roster or anything like that. I think they got some pieces they can work with. Bruce Arians and the coaching staff solid. They just got to get a quarterback in the offseason. Something's got to change.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Damn shame him and Mariota aren't going to work out, but it is what it is. I guess we should touch on the World Series and the NBA for a brief bit. We can start with the World Series. Astros won Game 5 last night after a surprise Max Scherzer scratch. Astros now lead the series 3-2. Yordan Alvarez with a big home run early in that one. I think the Astros win the next game. I think they win 4-2. I don't think it goes 7.
Yeah, I like that. Verlander on the mound. They will be facing Strasburg, but I like Verlander a lot. I need Alex Bregman to hit a home run or knock in a lot of runs here. I do have him a future bet to win World Series MVP. There is no front runner for that award right now. I think he and Springer probably are the strongest causes. Bregman simply because he's the most RBIs in the series and a couple bombs. But the batting average is unimpressive, so I need a big effort out of him. I'll say it. I will say this. I took another future with Mr. Woodland himself, the man, the myth. Nationals win Game 1 but lose the series. I believe it was a cute little plus 500, plus 600, something like that. So that one's kind of looking cute. I wish I would have taken them when they were down 2-0. I'll say it.
This is the Nationals that we thought we were seeing in the World Series. Playoffs. The Astros that we thought we were gonna see.
Yeah.
I will say though, if the Nationals can win Game 6 and tie it up, they have a cute little setup with Scherzer pitching Game 7.
Yeah. Because
he missed this past one. So if they can get there, I kind of like them to win it.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. I'm excited for it.
It's also pretty astonishing that the road team has won every single game so far.
Yeah, and I think that ends. If it does go to 7, is Greinke their starter for Houston?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Anyway, the NBA. Connor, what do you think?
The Kings, so sad.
The Clippers are really good. However, they managed to lose to the Suns the other night. So I still think there's other teams that can knock them off, clearly. My biggest takeaways are that the Clippers are amazing and the Warriors are fucking terrible. They were down 70-38 to the Oklahoma City Thunder at halftime last night. That is inexcusable. That's disgusting. That's terrible. D'Angelo Russell got tossed from the game. They got blown out by the Clippers in Game 1. They will not be a playoff team. That's my first takeaway. Warriors are not a playoff team.
Color me worried. I took a future bet on them, pretty fat one too, with over 48.5 wins this year. I thought it was a disrespectfully low total for a team that's a blue blood over the last few years. They lost a couple of guys, but they look horrible. So I'm quite concerned about it. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
However, I wouldn't put them past them to figure it out because they got it. They still got Curry.
Yeah. So here's the deal. They have. They played the Clippers, who are arguably the best team in the league. They played the Thunder, who honestly are better than what people give them credit for because of their offseason moves, but they have a decent lineup. Once the Warriors start playing against some of like the other bottom tier teams, then we'll really know how they're going to be. If they lose, like, I think tonight they're playing someone not that great. Tonight they're playing the Pelicans, and they're 4.5-point underdogs. If they lose tonight, you should start really panicking.
Are they? Connor, is that a game where they're 4.5?
It looks like it moved back down to 2.5. It was up to 4.5 at one point.
I might take Golden State's money line. I don't know.
So that's a game that I do have going tonight. I actually took under 236 points in that game. I'm sure Chad probably locked it in as soon as he saw it.
He did. Connor, I might. Do you want me to ride with your picks tonight? What do you think? You know what? No, it's Monday. I'm trying to be, clean.
Yeah. So see, I don't get payout till Tuesday, so I'm technically still riding the wave from last week, which was just.
I just beautiful. Don't want to deal with it, dude.
Yeah. Other than that, I think the Nuggets are really good, like people thought they would be. Blazers are not as good as people expected off the bat. Jazz are good. Out east, I think the 76ers are legit, an actual title contender, if they can get past Giannis and the Bucks. And then I think the Rockets are going to finish around a 5, 6, or 7 seed this year. So I think people need to temper expectations about them being true contenders with Westbrook and Harden. I think they'll be like a 5 seed, potentially a 6 or a 7. And I do want to hear Chad's take on the Kings. People were expecting a potential playoff team this year, and they are off to a brutal start.
Oh, God. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be very patient. I'm frustrated. Bagley out 4 to 6 weeks after the first game. I was not a fan of the hiring of Luke Walton to begin with. But, a couple new guys. They got a new second line. Give me 10 games before I hit the panic button. I still think they're a potential playoff team. The odds went down. I was at like 50-50 before. I'm down to about 20%. I love them to death. I get in, usually watch about a quarter of the game before I pass out at night. I won't bet any of their games for the foreseeable future. That includes tonight against Denver. We'll avoid that at all costs. But yeah, they'll be fine.
All right.
Is that it?
I got nothing about the NBA. I really don't care.
Okay. Oh, Trae Young is filthy good. He'll be an all-star this year. That's my last take from opening weekend.
And with that, we're off.
Take us away, Chad.
AJ, we love you.
Fly away with me. Fly away with me.
Carry on away. Carry on Johnson died. I died. We love you. Good night.